flex. The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood, trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. Good morning, and it's time to bleed. Y'all see the man on the screen? Some people might get offended, but I urge you just to put your feelings in your pocket for a second, just for the length of the show. Now understand the dots that I'm about to connect. King Jr., Mr. Mechanical, Crush the Legend, Jamil Allen, what's good, fam? Mr. Gumbo early in that super chat, he says, salute Drew Titan, move. And we moving, baby. Salute to you, Mr. Gumbo, in that super chat. Jose Diaz, JC, my brother. Simon Bridgman, the brothers, UK, peace to you, family. Darren Cummins, Anwar Willis, Tab Investments, Duke Todd, Ratchet since 91. Ketty Peeps, Nuke Juice, salute, brother. Terry Smoot Jr., Rocks Music, what up, man? Three Pyramids, Eric Holt, Healer, the Mind, Body, and Coach, a.k.a. the Focus Ball, salute, man. Go subscribe to my brother. Pink Meadows, good morning, sis. Karen Alexis, Slip the Jab, what's good, fam? Benjamin Harrington, Sweet Tea, salute, sis. Viva tu vida, what's good? St. Louis Mix. Tanisha, the young goddess, salute to you, sis. Miss TTUK, hey, lady. What on? How you doing? What's going on? All right, man, let's get started. I see the family. Let's get started. All right. I want you to keep in mind, the title today is Why Floyd Mayweather is TBE, the best ever. All right. Let's just put it all out there. Is Floyd Mayweather the best representative of black people? Let's just call it what it is. Is he? No. Is he a prince of a person? No. He got skeletons in his closet like everybody else. He's not perfect. He's flawed like everybody else. No man or woman is perfect. There's just a magnifying glass on what he does because he's a celebrity and he so happens to be black. Everybody went crazy when he said he's TBE. No, he's not TBE. He wouldn't have beat this guy. He wouldn't have beat that guy. He wouldn't have beat Hearns. He wouldn't be. I remember I got into this big old fight. Big old debate with a dude was, to me, he was a casual. To me, he was. And he starts going down a list of people that Floyd he couldn't beat. You ever played that game with somebody? They start running down a list of people Floyd Mayweather or your favorite fighter couldn't beat. And they start pulling out fighters from the 80s like they know stuff. Man, you was a casual back then, you's a casual now. Don't start pulling up old names. Like, number one, like I don't watch the fights. And number two, you try and smoke screen it and say that you know boxing. Oh, he the lost Supreme Beast Boxer Talk in the building. Go subscribe to my family right there. Jeffrey Lopez, salute. Bruce Goza, OG, in the building. They start pulling out names. And I was just toying with him. You know, like how a cat smacks around a mouse before he eats it. I was toying with him. I said, yeah. He wouldn't be Hearns. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have. Yeah. He wouldn't be Sugar Ray. Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah. He wouldn't be Duran. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have. And I just stopped. You know when I stopped? When they start saying, oh, man, and Hagler would have beat his ass. Trick boxer, salute. And I just stopped. Southern T, what up? And I'm just like, yeah, he would have? Oh, you going to tell me Floyd would have beat him? Are you going to tell me Floyd would have beat him? No, I'm telling you he wouldn't have fought him. Oh, yeah, because he ducks fights. No, because Floyd was never a middleweight, you idiot. Tell me when Floyd ever fought at 160 as a professional. Well, he still would have beat him, probably. But tell me when he ever fought at 160. Pick up your phone, go to boxrec.com, and scroll down and find any fight where he fought at 160. That is called middleweight, my friend. And what do you think they do? They move the goalpost somewhere else. Oh, yeah, well, he beats women. All right. So we want to talk about that, right? Okay. All right. Fine. They can never seem to stay on one topic. But the reason why I picked Floyd today is to prove a point. All right? I like to prove points. Sometimes you got to let stuff drag out. You got to let it drag out. DJ Zion Love, Ricky Williams. Go subscribe to my brother Ricky Williams. Shepherd King, salute, y'all. Darren Cummins, salute. That's right, Southern T. He probably never did weigh 160 in his life. Matter of fact, when he got locked up, he shriveled up to like 139 or something. He has the genetics where if he's not training, he loses weight. Don Shotta, salute. Raymond Hughes. So here's why I'm toying with this title, Floyd is TBE, because I know a lot of people, Pactards that are still roaming around the internet. Let me see what the Floyd fans are doing. Let's see what they're doing. Yeah, come take a look at what I'm doing. I'm gonna prove a point. This is gonna be random. By the time I'm done, I want you to tell me why I'm saying what I'm saying about Floyd being TBE. I'm gonna be jumping around a lot of names. But let's start here. Y'all remember a man by the name of, I don't know, Zahir Raheem? Remember him? Salute to Mr. King Palmer in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He says Floyd is TBE, King of Kings. And you know what? He's entitled to say that, and he can argue anybody that point. He can, whether you like him or not, whether you like Floyd or not. You can argue that point. Absolutely, you can. You can always say he would have lost to Hearns. He would have lost to Paul Williams. Yo, guess what? It's always a debate. Those fights never happened. That's what makes it a fun debate. Fantasy matchups. But let's continue. Because I'm kind of doing this to piss people off. Jamal Davis, salute. Y'all remember Zahir Raheem? I do. It's like he was in the limelight literally for a blink of an eye. A blink of an eye. Matter of fact, let me pause these beats for a second. Let's share the screen. This is how we got to know Zahir Raheem. He beat Eric Morales, who was coming off of a win against guess who? Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao. I want y'all to pay attention to the audio. Pay attention.
See what the judges saw.
I thought Raheem won the fight. But remember earlier, we also pointed out how the judges' kindness helped Oscar De La Hoya out in a similar scenario in what was purported to be a run-up to a major showdown between him and Hopkins.
Now, let me stop there for a second. Let me stop there. First of all, could y'all hear it? Could y'all hear that? Just give me a yes or no. Well, if y'all couldn't, let me just bring up to speed what was said. All right, that was Larry Merchant talking. Larry Merchant said, I think he won the fight. And then they referred to the judges. And they said they remember when the judges was very kind. Dre Finest, Big Unc, salute. The judges were very, very kind to Oscar De La Hoya because there was a tournament and Oscar De La Hoya had to beat a European fighter by the name of Felix Sturm. If he lost to Felix Sturm, the Bernard Hopkins fight was out the window. In fact, when Felix Sturm, when he was fighting Oscar, Bernard Hopkins was in the back watching, and he was like, please, please, Oscar, win this fight. If you go back and watch that fight, Oscar won, but he ain't win that fight. I know what I saw. Oscar came in overweight with love handles. The speed was there, but he wasn't hurting Felix at all. But Oscar did the best he could. I ain't confront. Oscar, the fighter, was a warrior, but he just couldn't do nothing with Sturm. Sturm was too big, but they gave it to Oscar. Why? Because Hopkins was next, and that reflected money. Wherever Oscar went, that reflected money. So that's what Larry Merchant was referring to. So you see Manny Pacquiao sitting there looking up like, oh my God, I want that rematch. I want that rematch. And I think I just blew it. I think Morales just blew it because he got in there and lost to who? Who's this guy? Who is that guy from Philly? Oh my God, he moves too much. He moves too what? I can't fight that guy. But let's continue.
Errol Letterman gave 10 of the 12 rounds here to Zahir Raheem. The fight you're referring to, of course, was Felix Sturm against Oscar De La Hoya. And frankly, this was a much more one-sided fight than Felix Sturm against Oscar De La Hoya. We mentioned once again, the judges are Americans. Raul Cais Sr. of California, 17 title fights. Scored Marquez over Salido. That was pretty easy. Dr. James Jenkin, 38 title fights. Had Castillo, the winner over Joel Casamayor, 116-112.
We'll move up.
Maybe he liked
Zahir King Raheem.
Now I want y'all to pay attention.
And Julie Letterman had the scorecard identical to her father's. All's well that ends well. Eric Morales soundly beaten by Zahir Raheem in his first fight at 135 pounds. Manny Pacquiao will look for another opponent against whom to make his next batch of millions of dollars.
And it probably won't be with Zahir.
No, I don't think he should ever fight Zahir Raheem. I think he should go back to 126 maybe and knock out some more featherweights, but of millions of dollars.
And it probably won't be with Zahir.
No, I don't think he should ever fight Zahir Raheem. I think he should go back to 126 maybe and knock out some more featherweights, but
wow. Wow. I don't think he should ever fight Zahir Raheem. I think he should go back to 126 and knock out some more featherweights. Did you hear him say that? And P, what the fuck? What up? Smash the like button. Did you hear him say that? That was Larry Merchant. Did you hear him say that? Huh? I don't think he shouldn't fight Zahir Raheem. I think he should go back to 126 and knock out some more featherweights. Why would he say that? Remember I told you I'm going to be jumping around a bit, right? Remember Andre Ward? Don't bully Triple G. Go up and fight KK Kovalev. He just said Manny Pacquiao should go down in weight and beat up more featherweights. You just heard him say it. Let's listen in.
We'll see what happens in the crowded 126 and 130-pound weight classes.
Yeah, Pacquiao is an exciting fighter, though.
Pacquiao's an
Whoever
exciting
he
fighter.
fights, yeah.
No matter who he fights, it'll be a big attraction. Eric Morales will be back for more big fights. But this was Zahir Raheem's night, Zahir Raheem's moment. He landed nearly twice as many total punches as did Morales. He threw more punches than did Morales. Amazing. No one would have predicted that. And he landed at a significantly higher percentage. Power shots, and again, these will be dominant numbers for Zahir Raheem.
And the Holden family, thank you. I love you.
Listen to this.
Eric, you describe what happened to you tonight.
Eric, descríbenos lo que te pasó esta noche.
Bueno, es un peleador muy difícil, se los dije. Es un peleador rápido, difícil. Casi nunca presenta pelea. Y eso es complicado.
Yeah, and like I said, he's very elusive, very hard to fight. He never really put up a fight because he was moving around so much.
And yet he hit you a lot of clean punches, didn't he?
Very hard to fight. He never really put up a fight because he was moving around so much.
Didn't he?
Pero él te pegó muchos golpes, limpios golpes.
Sí, no. Claro.
Didn't he?
Pero él
Casi nunca presenta pelea. Y eso es complicado.
Yeah, and like I said, he's very elusive, very hard to fight. He never really put up a fight because he was moving around so much.
He's very elusive, very hard to fight, never really put up much of a fight because he kept running. Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? You heard what he said. You heard what he said. Phyllis Newland, salute. Never put up much of a fight. He was running. Did you see the punch stats? Did you see the punch stats? Derek Lincoln, salute. Doubled his punches, threw more punches, but he was running? What? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to take it back to the 90s, y'all. Y'all remember when Street Fighter 2 first came out? And you whooping someone's ass all over the board? And they hit you with one jab? But you beat them? What do they always say? At least you ain't getting no perfect. Dogs, I just whooped you all over the both rounds. First round, you ain't touched me. This round, you hit me with a jab. Off a mistake that I made, I still tiger uppercutted you off the screen. And all you can say is, at least you ain't get no perfect. So the moral victory was the little jab. Okay. Next. You lost. He moved around too much. He was running. They used the term running. And you heard Jim Lampley say, I want to see him go back to 126 and beat up featherweights. Why? Why? Justin, salute. Cam So Smooth, what up? You see? You see that? The focus was on the fight that they lost, the rematch between Morales and Pacquiao, which I might add they got anyway, by the way. So that leads you to ask you, yo, what happened to Zahir Raheem? What happened to him? I'll give you the short version. Normally, when HBO found they felt they had a gold mine in a fighter, what they would do is give him some easy work. That's what they would do. Showcase him. Sit down and say, yo, look, man. Fern, what up? Heading to the gym after this. The Jab Jamboree in the building. What's good? Go subscribe to my fam. Oh, World Combat Sports in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Scotty, World Combat Sports. Get that MMA education. We had a good event over the weekend. That's right, Scotty. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Anyway. Levon Down, what up? The numbers don't lie. Double the punches, power punches and everything. Connected more, but somehow Morales was allowed to stand there and say that he ran. Unchecked. Unchecked. Think about how many times Larry Merchant stood in front of a black fighter and the black fighter said, well, it was this, it was that. Oh, no, it wasn't that. Mofo, you in this ring? Are you in this ring? I'm telling you it was that. December, salute. I'm telling you. I don't care what you saw. I'm in the ring. And it got progressively worse. Let me tell you what happened. KG, salute. Let me tell you what happened with Zahir Raheem. Instead of HBO seeing value in the boxer that just outboxed the Mexican legend who just beat a young prime Manny Pacquiao, instead of nurturing that, you know what they did to him? They didn't sit down with him and say, yo, look, man, we can get you 2 filler fights, showcase you and promote you and see what you got. They didn't do that. You know what they did? They didn't give him the Gennady Golovkin treatment, giving him a bunch of Hammerneggers and humanoids. They didn't do that. You know what they did? They threw his ass in the ring with Acelino Freitas. And if you don't know who that is, Google him. He's a Brazilian kid. At that time, he was tough. And they put him in there with Freitas, and Freitas beat him. And that was the last few. Well, Zahir Raheem fought several times after that. But after that, there was no more. Here today, gone today. He was gone. They didn't speak about him. They didn't speak on him. They made sure. Well, we can't have that again. We need those exciting fights. We need the eyeballs on our screen. And this style right here is no good. And Acelino Freitas was a high action fighter. He had a high work weight. I didn't have a problem with Freitas. I didn't have a problem with him. But they threw him in there with Zahir Raheem, and he beat him. Acelino Freitas had a really, really classic fight with Joel Casamayor. Beat him. Down the road, when Diego Corrales went up in weight, he knocked the crap out of Freitas. But you see what happened, though, right? Yeah, Freitas did duck Floyd. Freitas was one of those people that ducked Floyd. All right? Thank you. And thank you that you brought that up. Freitas was one of the guys that ducked Floyd Mayweather. There's a mixtape of Floyd Mayweather calling out all the relevant names when he was Pretty Boy, and they wanted no parts of that guy. And no one talks about that. No one talks about that. Salute to Michael B. In that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He said, keep cooking, Drew. Hit that like button. Yeah, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Andrew 100 says, where do you rank Floyd amongst the all-time greats? Wow. Well, let me get through this, and I'm explain. Okay. I chose Zahir Raheem first to this was my opening statement. I'm setting the tone. You heard, you saw what you saw the stats. You saw the stats. You heard what Larry Merchant had to say. You heard what Lampley had to say. You heard what Morales had to say. What Morales said didn't match the stats. And if you go back and watch the fight uninterrupted, and you say, man, he's washing him, man. There was no part of that fight that Morales would lose to Raheem every day of the week. They could have fought that Sunday morning. Zahir would still beat him. There was nothing that Morales could do to beat that guy. And you saw Manny Pacquiao sitting in there. Oh, my God, that payday's gone. Am I going to have to fight that guy? They didn't say, yo, put him in the ring with Manny. Morales blew it. He lost the belt. Let's see what he could do against Manny. Nope. They said, we got something with Manny. Make him go fight Freitas. They didn't see value in a pure boxer. Tell me I'm lying. A lot of y'all forgot about Zahir Raheem. A lot of y'all forgot about that fight. I didn't. I sat there and watched it. And I said, oh, man, look at that. Philadelphia on deck. Look at that. They didn't see value in the black fighter, the pure boxer. Boring, right? He ran. Morales told Larry Merchant straight to his face. He ran. Morales didn't go. I mean, Larry Merchant didn't go, wait, just a second. The punch stats say different. You just couldn't hit him. This is boxing, right? He never once questioned Morales. Not once. Marcus Wall, salute the Philly. Strange, right? That's a little different from every time you've seen Floyd stand in front of Larry Merchant, though. That's a little different, right? A little different. Y'all remember when Larry Merchant used to talk to, I don't know, a fighter by the name of Larry Holmes? Y'all remember how many times Larry Merchant disrespected Bernard Hopkins after a win? Y'all remember that? But stood there right in front of Eric Morales and didn't say a word. Larry Merchant, Jim Lampley stood right there and said, hey, I want to see Manny go. I want to see Morales. No, Manny Pacquiao go down to 126 and knock out more featherweights. Not stay where you're at and test your skills and then go up and wait, which is what he did eventually. But right there, you heard what he said he wanted him to do because he wanted the knockout. They ain't say nothing about Zahir Raheem making a move. Wow. Y'all remember a champion by the name of Larry Holmes? I see Bruce goes in the chat. I know he remembers. And I'm not going to get into detail because there's so many details. For those of you that don't know, Larry Holmes is one of the most disrespected heavyweights of all time. Disrespected. And I'm talking about by way of media and some fan base. Y'all will never know. You have to Google it, or I'm sure there's a documentary on it. Larry Holmes versus Jerry Cooney. Y'all will never know what that was like in the 80s, the build-up to that fight. They played off a race and they sold it. I forget the names of the two guys that sold that fight. Bruce goes, if you know their names, put it in the chat because I forgot their names. Those guys openly played the race card. And Jerry Cooney is not built that way. He's not a racist. They call him the gentleman, and indeed he is. But to sell that fight, they played the race card so bad. And I remember my parents in the 80s, like, they were angry at that. They were angry at that. You never, ever heard Jerry Cooney talk crazy about black people. He's a legend in his own right. I mean, he Golden Gloves champion. Jerry Cooney could fight, man. But they damn sure played the race card on there, man. That was like bad, man. It was bad. Now, I was a shorty when that happened, but when I grew up and I got older, when I did my research on it, I said, man, why the hell they did that? Money. Money. Cooney got dropped, what, in the first round? Right? I think there was a low blow. Cooney hit Holmes low. And my mother was jumping up in the living room. Oh, he did that ish on purpose. It was crazy. It was out of control, man. It was out of control. But they played the race card. That wasn't Jerry. That was the people that promoted the damn fight. And I forget those guys. It was two guys that promoted that fight. And of course, Don King had his hand in everything. But you know, Larry Holmes was very disrespected. Very disrespected. And Larry Holmes is my dad's favorite heavyweight of all time. Why? Because Holmes was a warrior. He was a warrior. Yo, listen. Till this day, I will never understand, or I don't know how Holmes got up off the floor after he got hit by the Black Destroyer. Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers, one of the hardest punchers in the history of the sport. He caught Holmes clean, and Holmes fell on the floor like a ton of bricks. And he fell like body flapping like a fish out of water. And he got up to finish the fight. I was like, wait a minute. What? Holmes would fight until the 15th round. 15 rounds, and he would leave on a stretcher. How do you not respect a guy like that? I don't know. Told you I'm jumping around a bit, right? Let's talk about Boo Boo Andre. Woke the truth, salute. Let's talk about Boo Boo Andre. Payday. Do you want payday? I know that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's funny now, right? It was cute. It was cute. But can we be honest for a minute? Can we be honest? Can we be honest? Now, before the Canelo support group come in here and tell me I'm hating, I really don't give a F what you say. Let's be honest. Can Canelo fight? Yup. Did you ever hear me say that he can't fight? Never heard me say that. Never heard me say that. You know what you hear me say? He never fought Andre. Am I lying? He never fought either Charlo. And you know I'm mad at the Charlos, but this is an honest show. He ain't fight Andre. He ain't fight either of the Charlos. Why? They don't sell? I'm sorry. All those British people he beat up, they sell better than the Charlos? They sell better than Andre? They don't sell any better than Andre, and you was on the same side of the street as Andre with the zone. I'm confused. What's even more sad is that 88 Sports Talk, salute. What's even more sad, Sweet Science Examiner, salute. What's sad is that they have a fan base fan base. Macadon 1, salute, big block. They have a fan base that support every move he does unconditionally. Unconditionally. Wrong and strong. And y'all just don't care. Payday, payday. You want payday? I know that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's funny. Very funny. But you was held to no standard. The only black fighters they want you in there with is guys like James Kirkland. Because that was target practice. That's right. They got mad at, that's right, 88 Sports Talk. They got mad at Champ side because they left Canelo off the pound for pound list. But see, what they don't recognize is pound for pound lists are subjective. And if you don't believe me, go look at the Ring's pound for pound list. There's at least 3 names on there that you don't even know. And those names that were on there, how do you have an Anui on the pound for pound list over a Charlo? What? What about Andre Ward? Undefeated. Oh man, I get so mad talking about this. Andre Ward. Don't fight Triple G. Wait. I'll do one better than that. Once upon a time, I was saying, yo, look, man, Ward's that dude. Ward's that dude. Man, you know, beats everybody. Well, you know, he's not active. He's always hurt. Why is he not fighting? Yeah, he won the Super 6. Oh, that was so long ago. No one really cares about that anymore. The same people telling me that, they'll tell you that Vasyl Lomachenko is an all-time great. And this is before the Teofimo loss. They'll tell you that Vasyl Lomachenko is an all-time great. And when you say support your statement, what's the first thing they bring up? He has over 1,000 amateur wins or something crazy like that. The number keeps fluctuating. I don't get it. Oh, he got like 1 million amateur wins. And I say, well, I'm sorry. The Super 6 was way after Vasyl Lomachenko's 1,000 amateur win. So why is that okay to bring up the amateur record with Loma, but it's not okay for me to bring up the Super 6 with Ward? Strange. Strange, right? Salute to Mr. Gumbo in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He said, I'm on the pound for pound list when I'm eating pound cake like ice cream. That's what's up. That's what's up. Case Nasty, salute. I see you, brother. Varvar, what up? Macadon. Yeah, so why is it okay to talk about one and not the other? Do you see what I'm saying? I just played it for you. This fight was over a decade old. This fight is over a decade old. And you hear it. And it happened so subtle that if you wasn't paying attention, it went right over your damn head. I want Manny Pacquiao to go down to 126 and beat up some more featherweights. Because he was the bigger guy. What's next for Zahir Raheem? They threw him in there with Freitas, and that was the last you saw of him. They didn't protect him. They didn't give him no easy work. They didn't showcase him. They didn't try and get him in there with Juan Manuel Marquez. They didn't try and get him in there a rematch with Eric Morales. A rematch. They didn't even mention a rematch. They didn't try and put him in there with Pacquiao just to see what if nature would take its course. You didn't see that because there's a good chance that if he fought Joshua, what up? If he fought Manny Pacquiao and outboxed him 2 or 3 times, they might not have been a Manny Pacquiao. Did y'all ever think about that? But you heard Morales say, yo, he ran. He ran, but we saw the punch stat, though. And Larry Merchant didn't say anything. He didn't check him. Y'all remember when Floyd fought victim Ortiz? Everybody talks about how the fight ended, right? I came to work that day. No, your man cheated. And I looked at them just like this. No, he didn't. If he cheated, he'd have been disqualified. He got Vegas in his pocket. Maybe. I said, look, Floyd Mayweather's actions was within the rules. Ortiz was not. Since when? I told this dude, I said, my man, they don't even allow headbutts in the UFC anymore. They don't. They don't. He had Floyd on the ropes and threw a Samoan headbutt, a Sika and Alpha, Jimmy Snuka, Chris Benoit, WWE headbutt in his face and bust his lip. And then said sorry and gave him 2 hugs and kisses on the cheek. Joe Cortez says, let's go, turns away to the table to make sure that they restart at the time. Let's go means let's fight. That don't mean going for a 3rd hug and kiss. And Floyd pieced him, fight over. I tell people, wait a minute, how did this start? How did we get here? Think about how we got here. Did he headbutt him? Yeah, but ain't no yeah buts. Because I guarantee you, when that happened, y'all said, oh, ha, 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 oh, man, that was messed up. Oh, man, I'm saying, man, oh, man, that's messed up. Oh, why he do that? Yeah. Yup. Victim Ortiz. And I loved every second of it. First of all, that was the fastest start I ever seen Floyd. That was Pretty Boy Floyd that night. He might not ever admit it, but during the build-up, he said, I'm gonna make you look like how when Chavez beat up your uncle. Y'all remember that? And Floyd smiled at him. I said, he gonna whoop Victor's ass. He's mad. He said, yeah, I'm gonna beat you like how your uncle lost to Chavez. Y'all remember that? And I said, ooh, boy. Uh-oh. And then when that bell rang, I ain't see Floyd start a fight like that since he was Pretty Boy. Yeah, he grabbed his throat. Yeah, he was tight. And he was whooping Victor's ass. And Victor was coming back, had him on the ropes, and the crowd was going crazy. Nothing was landing. He started whooping Victor's ass. And his corner told him, yo, you got to do something to get back in this fight. You can't keep eating those right hands. Because his eyes started to swell. And that's where the headbutt came in. If it costs you a point, it don't, fine. Y'all remember Fern? I remember Fern. Yeah, you remember. Matter of fact, you was at the crib, you was at my crib watching it. Man, you know how many arguments we got into at work over this? Boy, everyone was so mad at Floyd. Everyone was so mad at him. But I said, hold on. How did we get there? Let's take it back. How did we get there? Don't bring me to the dead body and say, yo, he did it. That's messed up. How did we get here? Why did he do that? Oh, dude raped his mom or something. Or he just, this guy on the floor dead was responsible for a hit and run and killed the old lady, and he left on foot, ran over here, and it turns out that the lady on the floor over there is this guy's aunt. Oh, how did we get here? Don't bring me to the scene of the crime and don't give me no information. Give me the information. How did we get here? Victor Ortiz, how did he get there? And guess what? He didn't argue. He may have said some crap later, but whatever. But on the spot, when he was sitting on the stool, when Floyd went over there to hug it up, he looked up at him and smiled. Y'all remember that? I said, yeah, he know he did dirty. He know it. He got what he deserved. Protect yourself at all times. Did y'all know Floyd had a whole hole in his lip off of that headbutt? Did y'all know that? Guess what? Don't care. Y'all don't care. I was at work the next day. No, I'm sorry, 2 days later. Man, I wish he hit him in the brick of his nose and his nose went and stabbed him in the brain. Rock you in the face, stab your brain with your nose bone. Really? That's what y'all wish? Y'all hate Floyd that much. By the way, these weren't my white co-workers. Got it? Tim Bradley. Do I need to remind you? I'll give you the short version. Tim Bradley signs with Top Rank. Right? Tim Bradley signs with Top Rank. I said, man, that's a bad move. He got the Manny Pacquiao fight almost immediately. I said, okay, I hope you don't go in there and cut a jig. He went in there and he won. I said, oh, he got a decision. I ain't the judges. It was close. He left that fight with all kinds of injuries, broke his foot or something. He had no socks on in his boxing shoes. I said, what the? All right, fine. So he won. Okay. Great job. He didn't show up to lay down. My concern was he went over there to get a bag to go in there and lay down with Manny. Round 8 or 9, Manny's going to knock him out, but he got his bag. Nope, he went in there and won. What was you met with, Timmy? Death threats. You should give the belt back. He got so depressed that he jumped in the ring with Ruslan Provodnikov and fought the dumbest fight of his life. The dumbest fight of his life. He won, but it was exciting. I remember Max Kellerman screaming, what is Tim Bradley made of? Guess what? I already knew what he was made of. Y'all remember when he fought Kendall Holt? I damn sure did. There's 204 people in here. Smash my like button. And if I bodied your mom, she definitely is in the wheelchair. If I bodied your mom, she's definitely in the wheelchair. And don't get mad because my pullout game was horrible in '96. Because you're too old for child support now. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. See, now I gotta deal with that. I'm on here talking boxing, and I get closet pillow biters like that because they have a horrible channel. They have no fans. Not no fans. They have no supporters. And they have nothing going for themselves. Meanwhile, I'm here. Google is paying me to hang out with the family. And this guy on his 11th troll channel comes here and tries to disrupt me. But I ain't got to tell you, the rules about to change on YouTube. I already got that. Don't even worry about that. This is an honest show and he can't take it. I struck a nerve by talking about black fighters. But anyway, let's continue. Where was I? Oh, yeah, I was talking about Tim Bradley. We already knew what Tim Bradley was made of because when he got knocked down by Kendall Holt, I don't know how the hell he got up, but he got up and he won that fight. I said, woo, That guy's tough. The Desert Storm. Right? Tim, what was you made? In the makeup with Tim, he fought Manny how many more times? Dwayne Freeman, salute. How many more times? He's doing cartwheels in the ring. One point, Manny knocked him down. He did a somersault. I was like, what? Come on, man. You ain't have to do all of that. That was the I'm sorry. Come on, Timmy. Come on, Timmy. Y'all know a fighter by the name of Erislandri Lara? That man should have been a lot more popular than he was. Ran up on Canelo. You don't know how to speak English. They both speak Spanish. Ran up on him. And Canelo said, no, I want to fight this guy against Oscar De La Hoya's wishes. Don't fight this guy, please. F that. I want to fight him. He fought him. And Canelo won. Didn't fight him again. That fight was close. I wanted to see it again. They didn't fight him again. I'm jumping around. Y'all remember a fighter by the name of Guillermo Rigondeaux? Remember him? He got a fight coming up. Guess when he's fighting? August 14th. Wasn't something else supposed to be happening on August 14th? This ain't really him. I just want to let y'all know that. And if it is, you're blocked. Anyway, that's not him. That guy don't deal with me. I don't deal with him. That's not even him. So don't even entertain that. So anyway, y'all already know what happened to Rigondeaux, right? Frampton, Quigg, Mares, Santa Cruz openly ducked him. The media did nothing, said nothing. The only people talking about the unfair treatment of Rigo was who? Us. Rigo's best win was his worst career move. He came to New York, Radio City Music Hall, and beat up Nonito Donaire. Beat him up. Almost stopped him in the last round. Worst career move ever. They smoked him out. Made him go up how many weight divisions to fight Loma. I was at that fight, the theater in MSG. Loma came out on the left side. I said, man, he about 147, 150. Rigo came out, walked right down the aisle I was standing. He was built like a damn 12-year-old. I said, oh my God, man. Damn. Y'all know the story about Rigondeaux. Y'all know. Y'all heard of a guy named, I don't know, King Kong Ortiz? Do I have to go down the line? I just mentioned 3 Cuban fighters in a row. Lara, right? Rigo, King Kong Ortiz. They can't seem to get their just due. They can't seem to get good fights to save their life. If there was no Deontay Wilder, Ortiz would be Rigo right now. And everyone seems to be okay with that. Let me go further. I'm jumping around here. Let's talk about the Charlos. This is going to be real brief because I'm pissed with them. Like I said, they ain't getting no Canelo fight. They ain't getting no Triple G fight. You know what Triple G got? He got to be spoken about in the same sentence as Marvin Hagler. and get celebrated, get an endorsement deal with Apple, and he's at home right now. Ain't he fighting some Japanese guy named Murata? Who's that? No one cares. No one cares over here. Ain't no one talking about it. Tay in the building. By the way, y'all want to go hit up that Tank fight? Y'all better hit up Tay in his Instagram. He got those tickets. The Tank. He got those Tank tickets. Hit up Tay. Hit up Tay for the Tank tickets. Yup. That's the type of time we on. After Charlos. But I'm bringing some opulent LD. Salute. I'm bringing something home right here. I'm bringing it home. Triple G. Treat it like gold. Charlos doing all this work. And regardless of how they see it, we know what we see. They're getting left off a pound for pound list and all kinds of stuff. Murata, Olympic gold medalist. I'm sure he could fight. I'm sure he could fight. But no one's talking about this guy. HBO went away, and so did Triple G. No one's talking about him. But I can tell you what he didn't do. He didn't fight Jamal. He didn't try and fight the smaller Charlo, Jamel. And everyone's okay with that. He didn't fight Andre, and everyone's okay with that. You know what they were saying? What did they do to deserve a fight? Meanwhile, they knocking around a bunch of ham and eggs. You mean to tell me all the guys that they did fight deserve shots over Andre in the Charlos? It doesn't make sense. Let's talk about Devin Haney. This will be fast. Devin Haney fought a brilliant fight the other week. He fought a crowd-pleasing fight, fought in the pocket. And at the final 5 seconds of the 10th round, he got caught because he made one mistake. Don't get it twisted. It's nothing that Linares did. It's a mistake that Devin made. There's a difference. Devin made the mistake. Linares didn't do anything. He didn't set anything up. Devin made the mistake. He got hit. Magically, everyone forgot about all the work he put up. And he won that round. At least you ain't getting no perfect. That type of stuff. Mr. Mechanical, Grim Reaper, salute. L-Dub, what up? At least you ain't getting no perfect. Right? We talk about Tank Davis. You know what always comes up when you talk about Tank Davis? Hit and runs. What planet am I on? Salute to my brother Chris Perkins in that super chat. He said, much love from LA. Stay cooking, bro. Salute to you, fam. I ain't been to LA in a minute. It's been a couple of years. Salute to you, family. Lynn Soul, what up, man? Yeah. When you talk about Tank, you cannot talk about Tank without talking about. You can't bring up any black fighter without talking about something that happened outside the ring. And when they have nothing happening, they start talking about the people that they want them to fight. And 9 times out of 10, those people are not even in their weight division. Right, Andre? Did you not have to go up and fight? You tried to fight Triple G. They capped for Triple G. They made you go up and fight Kovalev. You beat him up, and that's still not enough. Race don't matter, though, right? Sure. Clarissa Shields, shout out to her. Had to go to a whole different sport. A whole different sport. Wins, right? And what do you see? Oh, she ain't gonna do that to Nunes. She ain't gonna do that to this person. She ain't gonna do that to... Damn. Damn. Can you congratulate her for 2 seconds? For 2 seconds, can you say, "Oh man, that's great. That's impressive"? Can she have her shine for 24 hours? Do y'all even consider why she's even here in the octagon? Because she can't get no work in boxing because she already done shut that shit down. The quote indeed. Y'all want to talk about Errol Spence? Can't talk about Errol Spence without talking about him flipping a car now, right? Listen, people didn't even know whether he was alive or dead. But they said, man, he was drunk driving. I said, man, the facts ain't even out yet. Maybe he got cut off. Nah, man, every time I seen him at a fight, he drunk. Why are you paying? All right, let me get this straight. You go to a fight. You're there for the fight. Okay, you see other fighters there. But why are you paying attention to him so much that you know he's drunk? You in the 10th row. The fight's over here. What you doing? The fight's over here. But half the event, you down here looking at him. Don't like him. If he was drunk driving, I hope he's dead type of stuff that I was reading. They went as far as to lie on him and say, yeah, man, Errol got killed in a gang-related shooting. There was an article. It's on my old phone. I was like, what's going on? Drive-by shooting? He's a gangster? What are they talking about? Salute to Mr. Mechanical in that super chat. He said, the hate is sickening when it comes to us, bro. Yeah, it is. And I'm going to bring this conversation full circle. Errol comes back. You even heard the media, oh, I don't think he's going to be the same. And, you know, Bob Arum, I have good information that he's not coming back. Came back for Daniel Garcia and beat him up. Beat him up. Am I lying? Or is that not what happened? He beat him up for 12 rounds. He beat him up. No light work. Errol's back. Hello. Bob Arum just lied to you again, by the way. After that, no one looked at Bob and said, Bob, why you lie to us? You said you knew someone who knew someone who knew someone that said that this kid's not coming back. Nobody calls Bob Arum a liar but us. No one calls Eddie Hearn a liar but us. ESPN didn't even call Eddie Hearn a liar. They will come in there, they will invite him in the studio, have him sit down, serve him some tea and a croissant, and talk to him like he's not a damn liar. But you sit any black athlete in front of him, they'll attack them in a respectful way. Do you see why Deontay Wilder's not dealing with them no more? You know what the real question that you should be asking old media on Twitter and on Instagram? Yo, man. Pete, what up? Yo, man. Why is Deontay Wilder not talking to you? Why is he talking to the YouTube guys? Ask him like that. Why is Deontay Wilder only talking to the YouTube guys and not you guys? And watch the human come out of them. The professional will be out the window because already you're hitting a nerve. Why is the champion of the world, in my opinion, the boxer that everyone's talking about, talking to the YouTube guys who didn't go to school for journalism, got horrible English. Some of us can't complete sentences, according to them. Why is this guy talking to those guys instead of us and watch them go on the attack? Oh, he feels comfortable in that space. He doesn't want to deal with us because of his loss. I can't wait to see what they do with Chris Colbert and Jerron Boots Ennis. I can't wait to see how they get treated. Right? I can't wait to see. Look for it. Floyd, with a subpar KO ratio and running style, was able to put himself in a position where he's worth $500 million. Why? Salute to Corey McGowan in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. Patricia Selton, salute. Why? They don't remember Pretty Boy Floyd. They don't. And they didn't care when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, because when Pretty Boy Floyd was respectful and played his position, he was calling out all these fighters, and these fighters ignored him, and the media was good with that. They called him arrogant for wanting all these title shots when he was Pretty Boy. You remember that? I remember that. Whenever they try and sneak diss us, they use terms like arrogant. Nobody cared. Watch this. When did Denzel Washington win his first award? After what role did Denzel Washington play? Did he win his first award? Training Day. Training Day. Never mind all the work he did, he didn't get it until Training Day. When did Halle Berry first get her award? Salute to Case Nasty in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. She said, morning cook, keep winning, 100. I'm on the job. When did Halle Berry win her first one? Monsters Ball. After she had the most glorious sex scene with the ugliest white boy in Hollywood and Billy Bob Thornton. She wins it now. Hi, Charlos. Race ain't an issue? You sure? I heard your baby mama was backtracking. I heard your baby mama was backtracking on her statements. Too late. We didn't have to hear you. You put it in writing. When you take time to start writing something, you have time to sit back and read it before you click send. We saw it already. It's too late. So Monsters Ball is when she, never mind all her previous work, Monsters Ball. Monsters Ball. Training Day. Then they want to hand out awards. Funny, right? Denzel had a whole body of work. A whole body of work, but Training Day. He has to play a crooked cop that gets shot up at the end. Got the award. I'll do you one small that went over your head, though, right? Right over the radar, right under the radar. Salute to Mr. Mechanical. He said, it just shows, Drew, it ain't by coincidence, fam, 100. It's not. It's not. Everything. I have not lied one time in this show. I don't need to. I'm telling you how it happened. I just showed you what happened over a decade ago with Zahir Raheem and Eric Morales. And you just heard what Larry Merchant said, what Morales said, and what Jim Lampley said. Now watch this. Eddie Murphy. One of my favorite movies of all time that he so happened to star in was Boomerang. Great film. Boomerang was a great film. It wasn't over the top, crazy, stupid jokes. And it was a story about a player that got played and he had to change her heart and he actually fell in love and he found the right woman. But you know what bothered people about that movie? It was an all-black cast. And they played this was a black man that held a prestigious position in a business. If he wasn't a millionaire, he was making a strong 6 figures. All black cast. It was a beautiful film. It was well written. The jokes were on time. It showed the strength of black relationship. Remember Martin Lawrence was in that film? Great film. The funny moments was on time. It was great. I remember that getting bad reviews. Well, not by the black community. We loved that film. Now, later on, he follows that up with a movie called Distinguished Gentleman. And this was the old Eddie Murphy with white writers. The stupid ass jokes. And I remember reading the reviews on that film. Eddie Murphy's back. This is the Eddie Murphy we remember. Huh? Classic performance. I saw Distinguished Gentleman. It was all right. I mean, I wasn't blown away. Boomerang was better. Why did they hate the Cosby Show so much, but identify with Sanford and Son more? The father was a doctor, the mother was a lawyer, and they owned the entire brownstone in Brooklyn. And if y'all never been to New York, those brownstones are something else. To own one. And his office was in the basement, a whole doctor's office. He did that on purpose. I used to listen to a lot of complaints. You want me to take it a step further? Salute to Chris Perkins in that super chat. Myself an appreciation. He said Monique had to play a crazy mother to get an award. Yes, a crazy mother who, man, did y'all even read Push, the book? The book Push? Gee, I had to put it down. I couldn't finish it. Oh my God, what? Let me take it a step further. Let's go. Let's talk about it. I love Marvel. I grew up on it. I draw and everything. So in my adulthood, when with these new, CGI and stuff, I like them bringing my childhood to life. The Hulk, Captain America, Thor, Doctor Strange, and everything was fine. And then we get to the Black Panther, and the world is going crazy. Turn on Fox News. Oh my God, look at them dressing up like Wakandans. Don't they know Wakanda's not a real place? Well, Asgard's not real either. Bruce Wayne is made up. But I got 1,000 Batman movies. May the 4th be with you. Y'all ever been near a Star Trek convention? Y'all ever seen the people walking around that place with Klingon helmets making their head look like that? A lot of those people are your doctors and lawyers. Did you know that? That's just what they do. I go to the comic book convention every time it's in New York. I was just talking to Rob Liefeld on Instagram. I'm going to try and get my X-Force 1 signed when he comes to New York. I think in August. I'm a nerd like that. Rob Liefeld, for those of you that don't know, Rob Liefeld created that character, Deadpool. He created him. Character first appeared in New Mutants, I think, 98. No? The 98? No. 90-something. I have it. Salute the land of the 216. He said, they said Harlem Nights was a bust, big lie, classic. Thank you. Harlem Nights. Great film. Boomerang and Harlem Nights. Boomerang and Harlem Nights. Come on, man. Deadpool was created by an artist named Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld, gets a ton of hate because he's what you call he's an unconventional artist. He doesn't have any real training on the human anatomy. He just draws. You'll find a bunch of hate videos on Rob Liefeld on YouTube. But here's the bottom line. He was good enough. The man's a millionaire. He was good enough to do what he's done. So while people are hating on him, all he's doing is raking in the dough because he does what he loves. And he loves what he does. Deadpool, he created. The character Cable, yeah, New Mutants 98. The character Cable is his creation. He did that. He did that. That's right. The guy's a rock star in the comic book industry. And I'm sure you got a bunch of other haters. Yo, man, I went to school and I learned how to draw the human anatomy. And I don't understand. Why does he get all the shine? Because people see his imagination and he worked hard. That's right. Rock star. Meanwhile, they hate on him, right? It's ridiculous. All of these things I'm pointing out. What does this have to do with boxing? Floyd Mayweather did not care what you thought of him. And as soon as the opportunity presented itself, he got away from Bob Arum and started promoting himself. And he said, you know what? Whether I'm knocking everybody sideways or I'm boxing in the pocket, making them miss by inches, they're not going to like me. They're not going to like me. Whether I'm humble and wearing a suit and I'm talking, you know, a professional and I'm very friendly and I'm showing up to the parties with the wine glass and with the pinky out, they're not going to like me. So I have to make my own way. And that's what he did. Now, do I have a problem with Floyd as a person outside the ring? You know what? I don't know him as a person. And he said a lot of dickhead things that I don't agree with. But do we understand why he took the route he did in his boxing career? Do you get it now? So when he says he's TBE, believe it. People lost their mind when he said he was better than Muhammad Ali. People also lost their mind when Allen Iverson said, I don't care about Michael Jordan. That famous video where he crossed Mike over and jaded him. The Sixers lost that game. But after that happened, they said, look, man, you just did that to Michael Jordan. I mean, you know, they were trying to get him to humble himself. He said, so? I'm not here to lay down for anybody. My job is to score. My job is to score. I don't care what you think about him. Yeah, that is Michael Jordan. I just did that. So, I did my job. You ask any athlete, they're supposed to believe that they're the best. Michael Jordan got on the floor and bodied Larry Bird in the game. They lost the series, but he beat up on Larry Bird. Go ask Michael Jordan, was he, yo, man, you know, you just did that to Larry Bird. So? I'm supposed to. So, of course, Floyd's going to talk his talk. Yo, you better than Ali? Yes. They got mad at him. Yo, man, he did the rope-a-dope. He took damage. Look at him now. He's messed up. You know, we ain't like to hear that, but was he lying? Was he lying? Ali took a lot of damage late in his career with the rope-a-dope. You can't do that at a certain age. And I know he had other things going on, but you can't tell me that the hits upside the head didn't play a factor in that. So they got mad at him. Now, Ali, what made him also great was everything he did outside the ring. Floyd can't hold a candlestick to Ali in that respect. But what did Floyd understand? Regardless whether I'm Ali or me, I'm going to get hated all the same. So being that that's what it is, I'm going to get my money. $500 million. Devin Haney, please pay attention. You got Floyd's direct line. I know you do. Please pay attention, Devin. Tank, please pay attention, Tank. Rigo, please pay attention. Charlos, Andre, please pay attention. I know y'all guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all are living it right now. Please pay attention. All the fighters that I mentioned, Clarissa Shields, Wilder, Spence, everybody. What are they? All three Cuban fighters, everybody's black. They're either not getting enough attention for their skill set, or the attention that they are getting is tainted. Where's the lie? So when I say Floyd is TBE, because he understood what it was, and he said, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and get my money while I'm at it. I'm not going to be fighting. I'm not going to fight this fight. The fight that they want me to fight, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get my money. You're going to compensate me. I could die in there. He's not TBE. He's just for the YouTuber. Some company paid him $30 million to put their name to advertise on his body, on his shorts. Like it or not. So since we're going to play this game, all y'all brothers, I don't care what language you speak, all y'all brothers, your might as well go ahead and get y'all money. Floyd already told you how to do it. He showed you how to do it. Do it. Bronx on deck.